You just spent 15 minutes in an enjoyable conversation with a potential recruit where she was enthusiastically listening and participating in a conversation about how the business opportunity could really change her life. And she even stated that she thought it would be very positive for her in her life. So when you asked, when would you like to get started, and she came back with an objection, you were caught off guard. It can be so frustrating. Hi, I'm Linda Sturdivant, and I'm here to share with you today how to make objections your friends. What is an objection? An objection is when your client comes up with a reason why the business opportunity might not be a good idea for her. Dealing with objections in a masterful way is a key element to building a large direct sales team, one that creates consistent and reliable income for you and your family, magnifies the positive effect you can have in the world while enjoying the excitement of owning your own business. Jane Duber says that business success is actually 80% inner game and only 20% tactical. So I want to make sure and cover both of those elements in this video today. So first of all, inner game. I used to think that when a client came up with an objection, it meant she wasn't interested. But what I came to discover, it was actually the opposite. Think about this for a moment. If your client was not interested, if it's just not a good fit for her, she'd simply say no. Because she came up with an objection, it actually means that she's looking at how could this fit into my life? And she's seeing some little gaps or areas where it just doesn't fit. So honestly, objections are just a request for additional information. So shift your thinking a little bit about that. And then let's talk about the tactical game, how to deal with objections. Once you've decided that these are your friends and you want to embrace objections, then you want to be prepared. I recommend thinking of the 4 or 5 most common objections that you hear and literally writing them down and what you'd like to say about them. The most common objection I ever heard was, I need to talk to my husband. And so since this dealt with a person who wasn't in the room, I came up with a 4-step system for dealing with this one. Number 1, start by saying, what kind of questions do you think your husband will have? And give her a moment to think. These might not be right on the top of her head. If necessary, prompt her a little bit. He might want to know, what is the investment? How much time will it take to see a return on that investment? Are there ongoing expenses? Like, is there a fee for the website on a monthly basis? And how much time is it going to take each week? So that's number 1. What kind of questions do you think your husband will have? Step number 2 is have her write down on a piece of paper all of those questions that she thinks he might have and the answers so that she's prepared to have this conversation with her husband. Number 3, ask her, when will you have the conversation with your husband? If she says next week or next month, try to get her to bring that in a little bit. You want to have her talk to him within the first 48 hours while she's still enthusiastic and the information is still fresh in her mind. And then 4, and finally, really important, is ask her, how will she open up the conversation? If she says something like, honey, I thought of a way to spend an extra $200, you might want to coach her to shift that a little bit. Encourage her to say something like, honey, I've thought of a way to make an extra $800 a month. It'll take about 5 hours a week. I was wondering if we could talk about how that might fit in our life. Okay, so she's going to have a much better conversation if she starts it out that way. So shift your thinking about objections and start beginning to see them as simply a request for additional information, and you'll recruit a lot more people, plus it'll be a lot less frustrating. If you are committed, if you are interested and committed to building a large direct sales team, then you're definitely going to want to be here for my next video. So we're going to talk about how to build a productive direct sales team so that you can have that consistent income, the ability to help even more people and make the world a better place while enjoying the excitement and exhilaration of owning your own business. We'll talk about how you can systematically and masterfully navigate the 3 phases of a direct sales business while creating a business that's a good fit for you personally and your lifestyle. So you're definitely going to want to be here for our next video. Watch your email. And if you're not already on our email list, click the button below comments and enter your name and your email address, and we'll make sure that you get the next video. In the meantime, I'd love to hear your comments. What did you find useful about this business strategy? And any questions you might have. I would love to answer those questions. So please click the link below and share your comments. And I look forward to seeing you on the next video.